Trade rumors is surfacing around Shedeur Sanders' teammate, quarterback Dillon Gabriel. But wait, what will Andrew Berry do tomorrow when free agent kicks off? We getting ready to talk about it right here on Sports Talk with B. Watts. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hype this video. Share this video. Anything that you do would be highly appreciated. Let's get this show started. Let's go.
Hate me. One day they love me, one day they hate me. It is what it is. All I need is opportunity. Simple. Whatever franchise want to change their franchise, then there's no doubt who to go with. I've done it over and over and over, so you'll be a fool not to pick me.
The Cleveland Browns football organization is reportedly open to trade quarterback Dillon Gabriel if the teams acquire a veteran quarterback, or if this team, the Cleveland Browns, draft another quarterback later on in the rounds, like the 4th, 5th, or 6th, during the draft time, somebody get moved. And it's been reported that they are willing and will be shopping Dillon Gabriel. Trade rumors and roster outlook. Trade openings. Browns insider Mary Kay Cabinet reported on March 7, 2026 that the team would consider moving Dillon Gabriel if they find a young veteran with upside or a different developmental prospect to compete in the room. When you look at the scheme of Todd Monken's, it just don't fit. The scheme may not align perfectly with Dillon Gabriel's skill set, potentially making him expendable. Who will be the team that the Cleveland Browns consider trading Dillon Gabriel to? The Atlanta Falcons. His former head coach, Kevin Stefanski, have been mentioned as a logical destination due to the head coach and the player relationship. Dillon Gabriel was his quarterback. He drafted him, and now the team is looking to move on from Dillon Gabriel. You see, the Cleveland Browns currently have a crowded quarterback room following the 2025 season. Shedeur Sanders is right now the starting quarterback, a 2025 5th-round draft pick who impressed late in his rookie season and is considered a top contender for the 2026 starting role. You also got Deshaun Watson, who they just restructured his contract, and the owner, along with the general manager and the head coach, said he will be on this year's roster. So it comes down to Dillon Gabriel. In 2025, Dillon Gabriel started 6 games, 1-5. He threw for 937 yards, 7 TDs, 2 interceptions. He had a pass completion rating of 59.5%. So that's the report of Yahoo Sports talking about it's a potential that the Cleveland Browns may move on from Dillon Gabriel this upcoming season. Because you got Shedeur Sanders, you got Deshaun Watson. Depends on his health, depends on his availability to the team. Look at here. Somebody got to go, like I said yesterday. Somebody got to leave that room because it looked like they're going to add a quarterback for as free agent, or they're going to draft one. I believe they're going to draft one in the later round. They can't go out to Huntley because Huntley just re-signed with the Baltimore Ravens, a 2-year contract worth $11 million. It's been reported. So they can't touch Huntley because Huntley used to be the backup quarterback for the Cleveland Browns last year. You know, he got a relationship with Deshaun Watson, and he developed a relationship with Shedeur Sanders this past offseason. So Huntley is off the books, and now they're going to look to that draft to add a quarterback to this quarterback room. Someone better than Dillon Gabriel. Let's listen to Mary Kay, a Browns insider, of what she had to say about Dillon Gabriel.
It's hard to say. If they do add a veteran, I think it would be a younger guy that will have some upside potential and could do something for them down the road. And if they do something like that, and I wrote this in one of my stories recently, that, if they bring in another guy, then I think they would be open to trading Dillon Gabriel. So, I think that's something to watch for over the next week. If they can get something for Dillon, maybe they've seen enough of him, and, maybe Todd Monken has seen enough of him and, what his scheme would be for a guy like that, to maybe, that they would consider moving him. In that scenario, then you maybe go out and find another developmental guy. Maybe you draft, a Drew Eller or a Cade Klubnik or whatever, somebody from a later round in this draft. I think he'll seek to make a couple of trades. He loves to wheel and deal, and I'm sure he's working the phones right now. I'm sure he did that all throughout the combine, talking to as many other GMs as he possibly could, trying to come up with deals for the Cleveland Browns. When you're dealing with having to completely rebuild an offensive line and bolster the offense, you have to go about it in multiple ways. So I would think that he's looking into various different kinds of trades, including trading back from number 6. So I wouldn't be surprised if he strikes a deal or two over the next week.
That's Browns insider Mary Kay Cabinett. Both things that she had to say about the Cleveland Browns quarterback room, and also she believed that they just may move on from Dillon Gabriel as one of the quarterbacks in the room this upcoming season, because I don't think he'll be given an opportunity to start for Todd Monken and the Cleveland Browns this year. I'm just trying to tell you, family, it's a nasty work finna go on. Free agent is starting to come up tomorrow. What will Andrew Berry do tomorrow to add to this Cleveland Brown roster? Remember, he's on record saying that the first thing he must do is address the offensive side of the ball. And when I look at it, I look at the offensive line. Yeah, we need some wide receivers. Once again, I'm fine with Jerry Jeudy. I'm fine with Isaiah Bond. I'm fine with the tight end family. And they do need a wide receiver, but they got to fix this offensive line through free agents and the draft. Andrew Berry need to make a trade or sign 2 free agents on the offensive line starting tomorrow. He needs 2 at least. He already got one. He needs 2 more tomorrow. And if possible, since he done restructured the contract of Denzel Ward and Deshaun Watson, and they got some money up under the cap, man, 2 offensive linemen and 1 veteran wide receiver, man, Cleveland finna cook. You hear me? They finna cook. They gonna cook this upcoming season. Then you can attack the draft the same way. Give me 2 offensive linemen and give me 1 good wide receiver. And man, you will be on your way to winning this division. They'll be on their way to winning the AFC North, to me, if they can take care of that offensive line, because they need some veterans on the offensive line. They don't need just no whole bunch of rookies on the offensive line when it comes to Shedeur Sanders, because the problem that I saw last year with Shedeur, it wasn't that he couldn't make the plays. The reason why he struggled is because he couldn't step up. The center, left guard, right guard, they couldn't block. They weren't strong on their block. So if your middle of your offensive line is not strong enough and can't pick up a twist or a blitz, you're in trouble. If they can't pick up a stunt, your center, your left guard, and your right guard, if they can't pick up a stunt, your quarterback is in trouble. And that's what Shedeur ran into this season, especially against Todd Monken and the Baltimore Ravens. See how they were blitzing, and he tried to roll out to the right, And I was saying, no, don't do that. He was trying to bail out to the left. I was saying, I'm talking about me. I was criticizing, no, Shedeur, you can't do that. But once I watched the film from several weeks, Shedeur, he didn't have no choice. Soon as they snapped the ball to him, he get the ball, they were coming up the middle to him. They were rushing him up the middle. The center, left guard, right guard. I understand we need a left tackle. I get that. Cam Robinson, no, I don't want to deal with that, right? But in order for Shedeur to step up in that pocket, Andrew Berry got to fix the middle of his offensive line. He need a left guard, a right guard, and it looks like they are satisfied with their center, with their own center. Remember, he got injured during the first part of the season. He never came back. So from what I'm seeing over there on X and the information I'm seeing online, they satisfied with their center. So I thought they would go after the Baltimore center, but look like they're not going to take that route. So we're going to see what Andrew Berry do for Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns football team. Free agent start tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think it's at 12 at noontime, or it starts at 4 o'clock p.m. But they can't sign until the 11th. I think that's on Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah, you can start negotiating tomorrow, but you can't sign them and make it official to Wednesday or Thursday. It's the 9th. I mean the 11th. Whatever the 11th on. I think that's Wednesday, the 11th. That's when they can make it official. So, hey, we're going to see what Andrew Berry going to do. But look like Dillon Gabriel is getting ready to find his way out of the Cleveland organization. So, it is what it is. You watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. Do me a favor. Do me a solid. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you don't mind. Live show tonight. Yes, live show. Sorry I missed the live show last night. I just didn't get home in time. But hey, I'm back tonight with JR Boxing and Uncle Steve. Tune in. We're going to have a good time. All right? Peace.